When you think of Rougned Odor, you probably think of his fight with Jose Bautista in 2016 and the many memes that came with it. But when I think of Odor, I think of home runs. Specifically, the 30 he hit in 2017 as part of the worst power hitting season in MLB history. So let's talk about that and try to understand Odor as a player. My name is Bobby, and welcome back to Stat Stories. One of my first stat videos on this channel was on the most average MLB player. For the 2018 season, that player was Rougned Odor. He was worth 2.4 wins, was a near-average offensive contributor, an average base runner, and had a near-average slash line if you're into more traditional stats. Feel free to check out the original video, though the audio quality isn't great. Now, the reason I'm bringing up his 2018 season is because it shows that Odor is a pretty capable player. 2.5 WAR is a good total, and it's right in line with what he did in 2015 and 16, but these equally valuable seasons are misleading. In 2015, Odor was just 21 years old and only played in 120 games, though obviously he did well. He had 16 homers, 9 triples, and decent defense at second base. The next year, his power went up, but his defense rated lower, and despite having 162 more plate appearances than in 2015, he drew 4 fewer walks. Fun fact, that walk percentage is actually the lowest in MLB history for a player with at least 30 home runs. Now in 2018, his defense was the best of his career, and his walk rate was finally around league average, but the power went down to his 2015 level at a time when power was going up across the board in the majors. So despite not putting it all together in one season, Odor's still been a valuable player. But what about 2017 and 19? Well, those were rough. I already said in the intro that 17 was the worst power hitting season in history, and 2019 isn't too far behind. This is every single instance of a 30 home run season in MLB history. We have 1,371 data points here, and I've plotted them against weighted runs created plus, which I've explained before, but the short explanation is 100 is a league average offensive contributor, 110 would be 10% better than average, and 90 would be 10% below league average. Let's identify some of these points. Up here with 2 of the best 5 seasons in terms of weighted runs created plus is Babe Ruth. He also has these 2 points. Barry Bonds has the single season best mark, as well as this one, and of course this point out here. We have a couple instances of Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. Nice. And Roger Maris will be the Starfleet logo because his baseball card was in an episode of Star Trek. So what about Odor? Can you guess which dot is his 2017 season? It's this one. 56 weighted runs created plus. By far the lowest of any 30 home run hitter ever. His 252 on-base percentage was also the lowest, same with a 397 slugging percentage and a 272 weighted on-base average. His negative 1.4 WAR is actually only the second lowest though, as Dante Bichette takes that honor due to terrible defense in 1999. I should also mention that Odor had just 21 doubles and 3 triples in 2017, which is part of why his numbers here are so poor. But we're not done yet. Where is Odor's 2019 season? It's this dot, just above his 2017 mark. A 77 weighted runs created plus, good for 3rd worst, as Tony Batista had him beat here. And fun fact on Batista, he has the lowest weighted runs created plus of anyone to hit 40 homers, coming in with exactly 100 weighted runs created plus in the year 2000. But back to Odor. He actually had an above average walk rate in 2019, but it still only led to a 283 on-base percentage. His slugging percentage isn't all that bad, but weighted on-base average and WAR total were pretty poor. But if his walk rate went up, and he still hit for good power, why is Odor still considered below average offensively? To answer this, we're going to turn to Statcast data. Odor's walk rate used to be one of the worst in the majors, but he's been at or above league average since 2018. This isn't the only positive trend for Odor either. His exit velocity has increased, though he's always been a bit better than the league average of 87.5 miles per hour. But an increase in exit velocity combined with an increase in launch angle should lead to big results. And Odor's barrel percentage reflects that, as his 2019 mark is far better than the league average of 6.3%. Based off this data, it seems Odor should have performed well in 2019. But there's one metric we still need to look at: strikeouts. Odor's strikeout rate has gone from acceptable to bad, and I mean second worst in the majors kind of bad. To show how big of an impact this strikeout rate makes, we can look at Statcast's expected weighted on base average. Odor has been pretty close to the league average in this metric, even in 2019 despite his improved exit velocity and launch angle. Now, one of the best metrics Statcast has is expected weighted on base average on contact. In other words, removing strikeouts from the equation takes Odor well above league average. So, we've established strikeouts as the big reason why Odor struggled in 2019. Let's take things a step further and find out why he's striking out. Is Odor chasing more balls out of the zone? No. He's actually chasing far fewer pitches than he did early in his career. So that means he's missing more pitches in the strike zone, which is never a good sign. We even have a nice chart to illustrate Odor's strikeouts in 2019. Since he's left-handed, this means he's striking out on high pitches as well as those on the inside of the plate. From this, you could probably assume what type of pitch he's struggling to hit. Well, it's all of them, but I'm referring to the fastball here because he struggled against breaking balls and had mixed results against off-speed pitches in the past. As far as fastballs go, this is the lowest expecting batting average he's had in a single season. Actually, it's tied for the lowest with 2017, but remember, Odor wasn't hitting the ball as hard that season. I know we've talked about strikeouts for a while now, but in Odor's case, I really can't stress enough how much it's hurt his success. His 2017 season was just bad, but 2019 is different. The underlying metrics suggest Rougned Odor is better than what he produced. He hits the ball hard, he runs well, and according to the new infield outs above average metric, he has a good glove at second base. He even draws walks now, but so much of his potential success moving forward relies on that strikeout rate. If he can improve in that department, then Rougned Odor could go back to being a solid big league regular, if not better, as he enters his prime at age 26 for the 2020 season. So thank you for watching this video, leave a like and give it a share, and please remember to subscribe to help this channel grow as we get closer to a new season of baseball. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.